Hope this doesn't fall off and break, 'cause it's fun. This is what I've been doing with the bigger ones. But the bigger ones aren't as fun, so I'm doing it to the smaller ones so you can see what I'm doing. Don't know how that looks with the bike shaking, but it's connected to the bike in a way that's just laying there, so not very well. You just strip those little wires, and then you take the adjacent wires, and, well, wait a second. So you got a little bit of soldering iron. I sure hope this cable is long enough. Ooh! Well, it's not quite long enough, but it is now. Let's see. Heat up the wire first. Well, you gotta tin the tip. And then you gotta heat up the wire, and then you add some solder. And then you heat up the wire again. And you add some solder. And then you heat up the wire once again without burning the plastic on the other wire. There we go. Heat up the wire again. Heat. And add some solder. There we go. Now I can make sure it makes an excellent bond. Don't forget to eat your eggs, kids, with excellent eggs. Excellent best. Eggland's best. The best eggs for eggs. Yes. And now what we do is you just kind of bend them over like so. These tiny ones don't really need as much to keep them together. What you can do, let me wait one moment here. One moment here. Let me get a little bit of something to cover that. Oh boy. I'm running low on tiny strips. I have some white ones, I think. Yada yada. 20 months later. And look, I found a white strip. Oh no. Well, so much for organization. I got myself a little white heat shrink tube. All you gotta do is cut those to length with an X-Acto knife without cutting yourself, and we're gonna have fun. Okay, now I got a little 3 segments here. Just kind of snap them apart. They're perfect. Just slide it on like a glove on all 3 little snakes. The 3 little snakes. Yes, get in there. Get in there and stay there. I don't want to see you again till supper. I don't know anymore. Yes, and you just curl over the ends so you can make these little interlocking interlocks. Yeah, that sounds right. Interlocking interlocks. You do that for all 3 of these little joints. Don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect, I don't think. Well, I mean, maybe. This probably should be perfect, but you know what. All this is doing 5 volts and 2 resistance values. I'm sure a little bit of a sloppy solder job won't hurt. Too bad. If it's too bad, then we might not get going too quickly. And then we just kind of compress those joints and not break the joint that we just made by securing the bond. Make that a covalent bond, or is it isopropyl? I don't know what it is. Put it together, snip it together, and snip it together. And then you do the same for the last one. You just make a little tiny hanger hook, and you slide them together, like so. And then you clamp down on those little hooks that you just made. If you get in the right orientation. Come on. There we go. That's a nasty joint. Oh well. You won't see it. You'll never see it. No one wants to see this. That's why I'm covering it with these little tubes. They're going to help make these go all the way. You'll never see them again. And now you bring the soldering iron back from its lovely little home connected to the wall socket. You hope it's just barely enough without making everything on your table fall off. You heat up that connection once again. Heat, heat, heat. Add a little bit of shutter. That one's good. Heaty, 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 heat. Add a little bit of shutter. That one's good. And finally, heaty, 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 and a little bit of solder. And now this might just work. Make sure that you don't see no copper wires left over, otherwise it probably isn't that great. That's a little thick. Oh well. You know what? Nothing wrong with a little bit extra glob. What was I doing? Oh yes. And now once you have that done, you just go and inspect your soldering job. Wonderful. It looks horrendous. And you put these little sleeves over them. Just like so. I didn't do a very good job, so these don't slide too well over them. But it's okay. As I said before, these will not be visible. And you take your little heaty heat gun, set it to a temperature that's not scalding hot. This is very hot. And you just go whoosh, 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 whoosh. Okay, I guess it's not hot enough for that. Go wee, wee, wee. And the three little pigs went wee, wee, wee all the way home. And now you let go of the box that's dangling off the table so it doesn't crash into anything, and you heat the other side of it. Go wee, wee, wee. That looks good. Well, just let that cool down. Turn off this air maker, this air noisy maker. And it does that. Now, I was a dum-dum and I unplugged these from where they go. So, I don't know what I did with the end of the connector, so I'm just going to plug these back in there. See, let's see. I'm going to guess the green goes to the green and the red goes to the red and the black goes to the yellow. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But I can't even do it. I cannot do it. I cannot do it, sir. It does not exist in the way that I need it to. And get in the hose. Wow, actually that worked. Okay, I need this connector is very not tight, so I'll have to fix that later. But anyway, just add power. Hope for no big. Ah! Oh jeez. That's on the wheel. I did not make that. Okay, so adding power. Add power.